Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bengipuetic. This is the second episode. Uh, Today's episode is going to be about the pros and cons on dealing with someone with a child. As you know, I go by the name of Benji,
Mama do.
Sanasi.
and we have a special guest here named Priscilla.
Hey.
So,
Where you want to start at?
what we going to start at today? We're going to start on what's the pros and cons of dealing with someone with a child?
Why y'all laugh?
Oh, no, seriously.
Y'all could go first.
No, you start first.
I feel like when you're dealing with somebody with a child, boundaries got to be set within your child father or the child mother, and with the person that you are dealing with as well. And that conversation got to be happening. If the kind of conversation is not happening, then that's what brings the beef or whatever you want to call it, and therefore is a bigger situation than it has to be. And even if you're not on good terms with your child's father or not, or your child's mother, you still got to have that conversation with them to let them know, like, you're going ahead and be in another relationship or whatever you want, the steps you want to take.
Well, so what creates a toxic relationship with situation in between that?
I feel like if you didn't let the person go, like one person can be over the situation and the other person probably still not over the situation, and therefore, like, because they see you moving on now, they try to make it tough on you rather than making it easier.
Right.
And then also, like, whoever's in the middle of it, they gotta put their foot down as well to let both parties know, like, this is what it is and this where it goes.
Yeah, that's hard though. Because personally, I feel like there's cons and there's pros and cons. Some pros may be the best situation for you, and then some cons it may add on extra things to your life that's not necessary. Like, it makes situations harder. It makes you have to move differently than you would with someone who doesn't have other dependents. That's the word,
Other
dependents. And honestly, you have to work around their schedule. It's not your schedule, because they're the ones having the most responsibilities within the whole situation.
Yeah, and then another thing is, like, if you are dealing with somebody with a child and you don't have a child, it's like different perspectives on things of what the person see that has a child, and you have a different perspective on what you see because you don't have a child as well.
Okay.
So some things that the person might do, you might not agree with, but because they have a child, that's what's best for them and the child.
Okay.
Rather, when you by yourself, you don't really know that. Like, if whatever they doing, you might just disagree with it, knowing that it might be the best thing that they doing for their child.
All right. So how about a situation?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say early on in your relationship,
Yep.
the person does almost everything you wanted someone else to do. But like you said once to me, a mother's love is a different type of love, and she knows how to love because she's loving her kids, so she'll know how to love you.
Yep.
So is that something that you think is manipulative or not?
Like, hold on. Like, what you saying, like, manipulative to the person that they deal with?
Can that person become someone that can create her own situation based off the fact that she knows how to raise children?
Like, to love you?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she
I
can.
mean, but it's not manipulative.
It's not manipulative,
I
no.
think it's just, like you said, she knows how to love. So she
Yeah.
can, have love for her kids and also have love for you. I don't think it's necessarily manipulative. I think you kind of just learn that as a mom regardless,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was telling him. I
Okay.
said that, like, as a mother instinct, because you love your kids, you're going to know how to love someone else as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
and take care of them
Yeah,
and
so
cater to their
and you
needs
can
and
you
all
can
that.
fall in love with that as well because of everything they're doing, as like far as like taking care of you, cater to your needs, loving you, and everything. As a person, you can fall in love with that, but then after that, the other aspect of it that comes in and play the
The
part.
kids.
That's when
Kids,
that's
always
The
gonna be the
kids.
kids.
it get real. Yeah, I mean, it get real at the point. But to answer your question, yeah, I mean, not manipulative part,
Yeah.
but definitely like to love someone else, they can do
Another
that.
question. Do you guys think when you dealing with someone with a child, do you guys think that is it gonna last? And depending on what situation, how can you make it last?
I mean,
So speaking as the person with kids,
All right.
I would say that I'm not going into it if I don't think it's going to last, right? Because I don't necessarily need to be dating someone if I don't think that it's actually going anywhere. And if I am dating someone knowing that it's not going anywhere, you're definitely not meeting my kids. So there shouldn't be like
so what? Go ahead. Finish,
so there
finish.
really shouldn't be like any, miscommunication. But if I am going into this and I am introducing you to my kids, I definitely am expecting it to last. But like you said, the person, depending on where they're coming from, if they don't have kids, it might make it more difficult because they might get to see your kids firsthand and be like, this is too much. I'm not signing up for this.
Right.
And then it also depends on the level of like what the other partner plays in their life, right? If they don't financially take care of them, now that person might have to financially take care of them.
Right.
And if that person doesn't do a bunch of other stuff, now they have to pick up all the slack from, the mother or the father. And sometimes people not ready for that. Like they like you, but they don't want all that other responsibility.
But what measures do you have to take in order for it to go like a smooth path? Well, you think it's a smooth path to it, or do you think it's gonna be like some bumpy roads and stuff like that? Like, what boundaries do you have to set dealing with like moving on from your child's father, going on to the next relationship? Do you have to set any boundaries between your child father, or do you just let it just rock how it is?
I mean, for sure you have to set boundaries. I just feel like already, like every relationship comes with, highs, lows, and
Right.
problems and whatever. But you definitely have to set boundaries because I mean, if you guys are not together and you've decided that you're not together,
Right.
then you've decided, okay, I'm now gonna put myself out there and date. There's really no reason for you to still be going back to
But-
the other person.
But what if
Like,
you decide to end it, but the other party's still like hooked onto it?
it's still the same thing. I
Everybody's
moved
toxic.
on, so there's really no reason
I got a-
why
I got a
you should
question
be
though,
hanging
right?
on.
Everybody's
some
toxic.
some like a lot of people say that baby mom's crazy. Baby fathers play a part in that. Like you said, a baby mother could be done with the situation, and the baby father is not. Why? He just want that control. Like a lot of guys trap women.
A lot of women trap guys too.
A lot of women trap guys too, so it go hands in hand.
But it's life.
You feel me? It is life though, but for example,
Mm-hmm.
like, a baby father, right? He could be a good father. No, he could be good to the son, but he's not good to the mother. And vice versa. The mom could be good to the son, but the mom could put he could put stuff in the son's ears and tell the son not to fuck with the dad. So how can you maneuver that
Yeah.
situation for baby fathers? You get what I'm saying? For example, you could be with your baby father, right? Right? But he's with the child, and while he's with the child, spending time with the child, he could be telling the child, "Oh, don't fuck with your mom." It could be vice versa. A lot of people, a lot of kids, like they don't be with their father because their mom make it seem like they deadbeats, but they really not. They want to be there for the child.
Yeah, that
Right?
can be. That could be. A part
Like I
of
was
it.
watching something this morning. The baby, the mom, a new husband or new situation, be beating on the child. So the dad came in, right? The dad came in, and then the dad like, yo, what's going on? So how would you feel?
I mean,
How would you
when
feel?
my child in danger, because I have a kid, like, and my child in danger, then that's when my cue is to step in. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't even care what you got going on with their mom and stuff, but, you know what I mean, my kid is my responsibility. So
yeah, but that is like what you said last time. your kid is your responsibility, but your kid's mother is your responsibility.
But
That's
that's
the
not
thing.
who I'm in a relationship
But-
with anymore.
But
That's
then-
the thing. That's the thing I'm saying.
I'm not in a relationship with her.
But it's
so if
not
I'm
about-
not personally.
but
me,
that's
I'm
what
not,
I'm
just
saying.
like what's your question? If I'm not in a relationship with her no more,
Mhm.
like whatever she deals with, that's on her. But when it comes to my child, if you actually putting your hands on my child and put my child in danger, then that's on me.
Right.
But also, if the mom is getting beat,
That's
that's
the
your
point. That
that
is your
is your responsibility.
Yeah, but if
because
the
that
mom-
also
everything-
directly affects your child.
You know what I'm saying
So
is this.
I'm not saying that you need to like be in love with her to come save her, but she needs saving, like
Listen,
regardless,
if
because
she-
it's a
if-
toxic
what-
situation that they both need to get out
It
of.
can be a toxic, but if not saying most of the time, but if that person is not in that type of situation like that, then I'm not worrying about what she doing on the other end.
But you do need to worry
But
about
your
what
child
they're
is
doing
getting
because
beat.
your
But you can personally think that it's all right, damn, like he's bad for her or she's bad for him, X, Y, Z. Then you want to step in, but you really don't know. Everybody fights.
Right, but if it's physical, then I'm gonna say
Yeah, if it's-
something. I'm gonna
but-
do
but
something.
I'm
I would
not-
call the cops. I mean, also, just think about it. If you, as the father, had sole custody of your child,
Yeah.
and they're in your household, whatever, you have a new woman, a stepmom, whatever, in their life, and this stepmom is beating on the kids or doing like ridiculous things or whatever, I would feel obligated to tell you like, hey, what's going on, or to tell you like, get out of this because it's not healthy for our kids.
Right.
It's the same thing. There's really no reason why if it's the
Don't
other
you
way
think-
you wouldn't do it.
Don't you think a mom in that situation will come to your house and scream at your new girl because she is doing things that your kids are not liking?
Yeah, if she wants to,
Yeah, but that's the same thing you have to do in the place of your kid's
But
mother.
but are you saying that I like when she's in jeopardy, far as like she's telling me she in trouble or X, Y, Z? then I
No,
come
somebody
interfere?
beat your kids. Period.
No,
That's
yeah,
not you.
No, somebody.
You
beat-
wanna
yeah,
know
some-
why-
Like I said,
that's the
somebody
whole
beat my
point.
kids. Like I told you, that's me personally.
Yeah, but
Somebody
that's
beat
that's
my
literally what I'm
kids.
talking about. It's like somebody
Nah.
beat your kids. You don't know what happened. You want to know the situation. Now,
Yeah.
if my son was to, let's say I have a son. If my son was to do something to you that was very detrimental to your life
Right.
and your pockets or whatever it was, cool. Explain it to me, and then we will take action
Yeah, for
from
sure.
there.
It-
But don't
I-
go on taking actions,
yeah.
being on the kid, and then now something happened to him. He goes back to school and say, "Yeah, mom, this, that."
No,
this
for
happened." You know
sure.
what I'm
Like
saying?
yes, you tell you.
And,
want
but
to,
you
go
also
ahead
have
and
to
tell
make
the
sure your wife is checked, your ex is checked, because at the end of the day, she is allowing this situation
yes,
to go
you,
on.
You have to have that
But if
conversation
she's not-
with her.
but
Yes,
what if
you
she's
can
not
have that
allowing it?
What allowing what?
What if she's not allowing the situation, and this is somebody
Like allowing you to talk to her about
no
what?
allowing him to put his hands on your
And
kids?
it's just happening.
It's just happening, and then it's something that
Oh,
she
yeah,
would.
that's a whole different ball game.
But that's the. But what if it's
That's a whole
something that she
different
don't bring up
ballgame.
to you though?
That's a whole different ball game. My kid telling me that I'm gonna go check.
What if your kid don't because mom
So
is
how
telling
did
her
you
not
find
to?
it out then?
By
Again,
seeing bruises.
By
Well,
seeing
no,
bruises.
no, then that's a whole. No, now y'all going.
Yeah.
Y'all get deeper and
You know what I'm
deeper. Y'all saying this, then that. No, if you seeing bruises, yes, I'm gonna come. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
different. But if you're not seeing bruises and stuff, then and if nobody not telling you shit, how you gonna know?
That's true.
All right, I got another.
How?
I got another.
But the kid
question.
most likely gonna tell you though.
No, the kid. That's what I'm saying. Your kid. If you close with your kid is first of all, kids don't even lie. They'll
Nah.
tell you. They'll tell you fat. They'll
Fact.
literally tell you like you ugly to
Yeah.
your face. So your kid, if you got that, what you gonna report with your kid and everything, relationship, they're gonna tell you something going on. Even if they mom going through shit, they're gonna tell you something going on.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you that, oh yeah, I saw mom with X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna lie to you, so therefore you're gonna know. But to say like, all right, you gotta go ahead and be in a business, try to snoop every time they doing something, you can't do that
Yeah,
shit.
you don't want to.
I
So
got.
you're
I
not
got another
gonna do that.
question. All
Like I
right,
said,
so
like I said, it's boundaries. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to overstep certain boundaries and shit because you don't want it to happen to you as well.
Right. Yeah, especially if you was in that situation. So what's the next question, kid?
you got. Can I get 5 reasons on why you think, or like the pros of the situation?
The pros of the situation, I mean, maybe I won't have 5, but
Give me, all right, give me 3. Give me
If
3.
you can't have 5,
listen,
that's bad.
listen, it's not bad because I just feel like once you involve kids, it makes it a lot more difficult, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that already.
No, that's the
is,
question. The
like,
question
con.
is, I
but the
think we
pros
asked
I
you.
will say is like most single mothers have their shit together, right? They already, if not,
Do
they're
they?
already.
No, they don't. That's
I
all
said
I
most
say.
of them.
That's
I
what I
said
say.
most of
all right,
them.
most
Relax.
of them.
A
All right.
lot of them
Relax,
do, but
relax. It
yeah.
takes time, but most of them do. They're taking care of themselves. They're taking care of their kids. They're probably
Facts.
financially taking care of their household because who else do they have, right? Like, I mean, even if it's just child support or whatever, nonetheless, they're still taking care of everything. So I will say they have their shit together. I
Right.
mean, even not, they're taking care of their kids solely, right?
Right.
So that is a pro. I mean, it's a lot better than someone who technically is on their own and still, all over the place. So another pro would be, like you had mentioned earlier, like they're gonna know how to possibly, again, this is a generalization, take care of you, right?
Right.
They're gonna know how to take care of you and cater to your needs and be there, emotionally, physically, all that other stuff, because again, they know how to take care of children. So
Right.
it shouldn't be too different because some men are children. But yeah, those are
Yeah.
probably-
Some men are children, or women
Nah.
try to make men children.
Oh, please,
You know what's
this is
crazy?
another
You know what's
topic.
crazy? No, but you know what's crazy about that? I came to the realization that even grown ass people are big ass kids.
Yeah, you want to be
No,
catered
for
to.
sure.
No, like literally, like they are big ass kids.
I think when
When
you get in your
adults-
feelings, you become like
the thing
you become
about
childish.
the thing about becoming an adult,
Like
you
petty.
just have more responsibilities. Where every day you wake up, there's something you have to get done. You understand? And that might be getting money because you do have dependents now, and they have to depend on your pockets to eat, to not feel left out,
Yeah.
to feel like they're living in a world that's allowing them to live their best life.
Yeah.
But if you don't have all that to offer, what do? Some people don't.
Right.
But you're coming into a relationship with your heart, but in reality, that person might need more than just your heart.
Right.
They
At
would
least for a
need-
single mother, that's
Yeah.
not enough.
Especially for
Yeah,
them
yeah.
because
Some
that
singles-
situation just
But
comes
like
different.
he asked you this question one day. He was saying that how like if you did meet the love of your life, right? Like, and then you got a child at the end of the day. Like, how do you separate your life with your child father and separate the life for the love of your life? Are you gonna take the certain measures to make sure that you don't fumble the ball, or are you gonna go ahead and look for the needs or whatever the case may be from your child father that you think is best for your kids?
So it really would depend on like what.
Like you said, you might if you meet Dwayne Wade or something.
If I meet Dwayne Wade, like whatever he says goes.
Well,
Yeah.
all right, so let me ask you this though.
So Dwayne Wade beat your kid. Now what
No, no,
happened?
no. Let me ask you
I'm saying,
this.
though, what
He's
measures-
not gonna
what
be his
measures-
kids.
What measures
He's not
do
gonna
you
be his
take
kids.
from that?
All right.
Like if you know, like this, everything you prayed for, everything like you wanted.
So
like,
already,
that person just coming.
me and the
into your
father
life.
of my kids, we're not together. You and the mother of your kids, you're not together. So technically, everything should be separated already. You really should already only be focusing
Nah.
But the
on
kids
the
keep
kids.
y'all together though.
Right, you should really only be focusing
That
on
bridge.
the kids. It really that bridge should have already like
No,
No, but I'm
burned
saying though,
down.
this is the thing. Like, let's say like, if, like, and not
bridge
just
don't burn,
not even
though.
just people that got
It
kids,
will.
relationships, right? Let's say you continuously, you might say, I'm done. Now you might really feel like, all right, you've done, but the other person's like, all right, no, like she probably not done or he probably not done, but you are firm on that you're done. Now the person want to act fucking delirious if they do move on.
Okay, but even if that's the case, let's just say there's no kids involved. You
Right.
broke up with someone and you're
Right.
done with them. It doesn't matter how much they come in your face and jump up and down and I need to be with you, please be with me. You're not going to then be like, oh, okay, because
Now
you
when
keep
there's a kid
crying.
involved, then what?
Like, okay, but even then, when there's a kid involved, it's still the same thing as far as the relationship between you and the person goes. It's still just solely
I'm
about
saying,
our
what measures
kids.
do you take? What advice do you give these females if they in that situation?
To put your foot down. I feel like you have to establish like realistic boundaries, right? Like for some people, maybe like before you would go out with the father of your kids to do something, I don't know, like lunch or playground or something. If you meet someone that doesn't like that, I would be like, well, you take the kids and go. There's no reason why technically I have to be there.
Right.
The kids can still understand that, everything is copacetic between your mom and dad, but we don't need to be hanging out all the time. If my significant other doesn't appreciate that, I can understand it. But also if I feel like that's so important, then maybe that person isn't the person for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You need to then
I got another
So
one.
it
How about
comes with
birthdays?
No, birthdays, that's
So
different.
No,
Again,
but no,
like,
but this is the thing though.
that's
What about
important.
Oh, no,
no?
no.
Because what if it's petty? No. What if it's petty? What if it gets to a level where it's not only you guys? Because when you marry somebody or become involved with somebody,
Yeah.
you have a child with that
it's a
person.
blended family.
You become that family becomes bigger than you made it because now
hell yeah.
you have siblings,
Right.
you have cousins,
Right.
and those cousins may
Know
think your
everybody.
child
Right,
may
right.
think your child is the best thing ever. They want to do everything to protect your child. His side of the family probably want to do the same thing, but they don't like your side. So now, what if you do want to have a birthday party, but those people don't want to be in the same room? What do?
Like, I don't understand. Why do they hate each other? I'm so confused.
People are-
but see,
no,
that's
no,
the
it's
thing.
about-
I don't
it's
think
about-
it's even
what
I
happens,
think
it's about hate, it's about
accepting.
what-
I feel like
what
if
happened
you don't want to
between you
accept
two.
the situation for what it is about somebody else moving on or whatever
Right.
the case would be. Especially, I told you, if you in a relationship with somebody for so long and have a kid, y'all tied in. It's not
Right,
just
for
you
life.
and them. It's the family,
Right,
cousins, moms, dad,
right,
grandpa, whatever.
grandparents,
Y'all,
yeah.
y'all tied
Grandmom.
in.
Right.
So it's different. Like sometimes, what if they don't want to accept that? Like, damn, like she moved. I want them to be with my child or X, Y, and Z.
So if I
it's
was
more
a
so
single
acceptance.
person from the outside and there's still animosity, like your mom doesn't like my mom and my cousin and blah, 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 I'm not even going into that because already that means that there's something that's unresolved in that
Right.
situation.
Right.
There's no reason why people who care about the child can't be in the same room and can't
So
come
what
to
do
a
you,
birthday
what do you
party
think
and still
about
be
like
on the
so
same
now
page.
you in a relationship, but what do you think about when it comes to holidays? Like he said, even a birthday, when it comes to that, do y'all celebrate it together?
Yeah.
Or that's
Because
see that's all right. See that's what I'm
because if
saying.
you got Eid,
So that's
who
the
else
thing,
you going
because
to?
It's a thin line
To
because
me-
now
to
Eid don't
now
come
I
all the
feel like
time.
the boundaries, like I said, you set boundaries. Now it's like you don't really know, like them boundaries is being crossed now because. But then like somebody without a child, they like, yo, what is you doing? Like why can't it be separate? Da, 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 da. Or even trips. Like how do you feel about trips? Like are y'all going to go on a trip together when you got a significant other, or are you just
Again, this significant other, unless we are married, I
Yeah.
feel like whatever they dictate doesn't really hold precedence, right? Because you could possibly leave, and then here I am rearranging my whole
But
family
you said
for
in the
something
beginning,
that you.
you're not going into something, especially going deep if you got a child.
Right,
Unless
again,
you know
but
it's going
still,
somewhere.
until we're married, I am
Yeah.
again not going to rearrange
Now,
my
what-
whole entire family because you've decided, you don't.
Yeah,
like
you met-
this, that,
she's
and
saying-
the
No,
other.
I'm saying.
She's saying you
just
met
like-
the
No,
kids.
but I'm saying like not just meet, but y'all in a relationship for years.
For years, even then,
Even for
again,
years, but
I'm not
what is stopping
going.
y'all now? What if like something is stopping y'all from getting married?
Something like what?
Something like any drama.
What if people don't get married though?
That's what I'm saying. For
There's
me
that.
personally,
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't feel like it's fair for me to rearrange my kids' dynamics with their father and myself because
But
possibility
what if that
you
dynamic
can
wasn't
leave.
there before though? What if it
Like
wasn't there before?
the father of my kids
and
was
then,
never
and
there.
then once somebody else got in the picture, and then that's when he wanted to step up. and
Again,
be,
that's being
whatever he wanted to
manipulative,
be.
the
though.
thing is,
that's
though,
not the
but-
same.
So it's just manipulative. It's not something that they really wanted to do.
No, because if you wanted to do it, you would have been doing it already.
That's
Like,
a fact. No, the thing
you
is though,
would've
right?
already
The,
been
the
doing
thing is
it.
though, right? That's true though.
But I
The
feel
thing
like
is
most
though,
people go ahead though.
the thing is though, right?
People are hesitant too.
Like
Yeah,
once you have a
yeah.
child with somebody, with someone, and y'all split apart, once you fall back, they try to crawl back. For example, once you're done with your partner, and your partner see you moving on, now he trying to do everything to get back.
But y'all
But
think
is not always
women are
true.
petty though.
that's what I'm about to say. Do you think
Women
that's
are
in every
very petty.
Ring.
Women want to be with this person, but they're gonna try to hurt that person. They're gonna try to hurt that person
But-
to be with
I
they gonna
feel
try
like
to
you
go get a
don't
new
know what
nigga.
you
No,
got.
but
They gonna try to do
no,
that.
no,
Like,
but I don't think
I
it's
mean-
always that way though.
I don't think so either.
I think everybody's situation is different because you do have some people who truly do want to focus on their life and their growth and not worried about somebody else coming to complete them. Because you don't always need other people to complete you. Some
But
people
what
can
if you
add
got,
on.
You got people there that need someone else to complete them. Though?
But that's
if those the people that are looking for that love, that comfort that they probably didn't have in their past relationship.
It sounds like they need therapy.
yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
But that's
like,
the
you,
thing, like
you don't. But you don't like. You probably won't even know that because some people they might hide those different signs that they are whatever happened in their life. X,
Yeah,
Y,
I
and
mean,
Z. And
also
if- and
being
if
a
you
single
going
parent
back-
is kind
being-
of lonely.
And going back to even what y'all said in the beginning of how the female know how to love, care, this and that, and if they know like, all right, they can bring that to the table, and they already got a kid, and that's keeping you there also, and you loving that, and then you everything they want, it just gets like y'all get too attached before, and then once the damage start happening afterward, it's kind of hard to detach from each
That's
other.
a fact. And then what I just talked about earlier, men do the same shit.
No, for
Men,
and
some
we're not talking about one side, we're talking about both sides.
some
You know
baby
what I'm saying?
fathers, they bitter. Like I'm not gonna lie, some baby
No,
fathers,
you said the wrong word. They some bitch ass.
they
niggas,
some
bro.
bitch ass niggas. You feel
That's what
me?
I'm saying.
Like, and shout out to all the baby fathers that's holding their stuff down. They not tripping, but some baby fathers too, they be tripping.
Like, real rap.
Like just because they baby mom is moving on, don't you want your kid happy? You can't make that girl happy, so why he can't make her happy?
but that's not
You get what I'm saying?
But that's
But
that's
he
an
gonna try to do
ego.
everything to be
That's
petty.
your
That's
ego.
ego and his pride.
That's
right?
ego and the pride. You know why though?
That's it.
Cause he not gonna be nothing after that. Yo, some guys really just went into one good girl.
I think it's intimidation though. I feel like some niggas
intimidated.
They intimidated by the nigga that comes.
Yeah, for sure.
But then again, if the new person,
you're not real with yourself. You're not confident in yourself. That all right, like I don't care if she move on or not. Like I'm cool with the situation X, Y, and Z. But most of the time they just intimidated.
And I think like as we talked about in last episode, a lot of women got patience and they could hold a lot of stuff in. For a baby mom to snap, that baby dad was doing shit a long time ago.
Not everybody.
All right, talk.
Some people are just crazy.
Yeah, they
no. Some people are just crazy. Like you see, y'all see some
crazy.
situations. Y'all see some situations where a dude could be popular within his friend group. Now, because she sees that, she assumes that he's doing things that he's not supposed to be doing. So that automatically creates a toxic situation because in her mind, I got a good dude. Other girls want this good dude. Now they're doing what I'm doing to get this good dude, and they're in. So now the whole situation, while she's thinking about all those things, he's not doing nothing. You're thinking, you're creating a toxic situation. So that turns into, oh, I'm gonna flip on you every time I feel like you're not doing what I'm supposed to do, or somebody texts you and you picked it up real quick.
But it's also like, why does she feel that way? Is it like unresolved trauma from before, or is it like you've done something
unresolved
from like another relationship?
Yeah, but also there's
because
like
also
the last episode,
there are men who literally traumatize. Like I feel like if it's just you talking to your boys,
a lot of men traumatized.
Every man is
message,
traumatized.
I don't understand why it can't be.
A lot of men is traumatized.
Every man is traumatized. You know where it starts?
Can be more vulnerable than a guy.
It starts in the house, right?
No, it doesn't start in the house. It started in middle school.
She said middle school.
It started in middle school, bro. Your first war was the worst war, bro.
A lot of trauma.
You understand?
And
as a kid, you listen to your friends.
Bring that trauma onto the person they with, and then they fuck them up in the midst of that.
Yeah, so
too.
I also feel like if you met a woman and you can tell from rip, like she's insecure, there's several things about her that she doesn't, like, you know, if your phone pings, she's like, you know, having heart palpitations. She needs to know where you're going, when you're going, what time you're going, who you with.
Yeah, some people.
Then you probably need to step back.
But then you got somebody
because
that's like we could say insecure. They probably confidence level went down because of their past relationship.
Right.
Or whatever. But you come in and it's just like she just became that flower. She just blossomed. Like she just grew because you was there.
Well, if that's the case, then she's not still doing those things.
What you mean?
Like she's not still, you know, going crazy about your phone or needs to know
yeah,
your whereabouts.
I'm not
or
saying
all
she not going crazy.
Yeah, if she's not going crazy about your phone,
I'm saying she's just happy.
He said
no cat. niggas be taking their phones to the bathroom, and you think your girl gonna be cool with that?
Now I feel like
but you need your phone in the bathroom though.
What you gonna do? You gonna shit on your phone?
No, but
bro, what you gonna hold on?
Music?
But what you gonna think about while you in there?
Huh?
What you gonna think about while you in there? You don't wanna watch a movie? You don't wanna look at? You don't wanna be on Instagram?
No, but I feel like when it comes to the situation, the biggest thing is the trust. Like trust plays a big part.
I keep saying that.
No, but once the trust is broken, it's kind of hard to really trust whatever is going on. It's like that person said this and it's going that way. But the trust is most important because if you didn't break the trust, like why not? I'm not gonna trust you if you go out to outing with your child father or whatever the case may be.
Someone said.
But now what?
Someone says set boundaries, limited communication with the ex, utmost respect for your husband above anything, and let your husband communicate as the ex as well.
No, that's what I said. Boundaries is really, really important.
Right.
That's like I said, trust and the boundaries. That's gonna take y'all far.
I also don't think I would be comfortable if the father of my kids and my husband always felt like they need to go to bats.
But
like to me, that's not healthy.
That's not healthy at
There's
all.
something weird about that. Like there should be no animosity in the first place.
Though. Like the first conversation y'all had with each other, like are y'all coming off like on a respectful tip? Or
I think that's something they got something to do with who you choose,
right?
Because you as a woman, if you know that last dude was very toxic and his issues are insecurity issues where he can't deal with some other man doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Right
now, and that other man feels the same way, like why he calling you about nothing other than your kids.
Right.
You understand? Because like you said, he probably still wants you, but in reality, if that man is secured and feel like you love him more than them, he's not gonna ask you all those questions.
Right.
He's not gonna worry about you going, you and that man going back together.
Right, that's true. But if things happen and things occurred,
that's life.
During the time y'all together, then that's a whole different ball.
No,
game,
during the
bro.
time you're together, yes.
Yes,
but,
that's. I'm not talking about before. I'm talking about.
But again, then
But
you
that's part
see
of
red
life, though.
flags, right?
But
And
those
then
are-
you
red
should,
flags. But back
you
to
should
I
get up
said,
out
Red
of there.
flags.
Like
Yeah.
back to I said, if y'all attached to each other, it's kind of hard to detach
No,
from
but
somebody. You
see,
can tell
we're
somebody
not
to leave.
actually
leave a
attached
situation
to
alone.
each other. It's just the kids. Like,
No, I'm not talking about y'all. What you
All right.
child father. I'm talking about the new.
How about this?
The new relationship. I'm not talking about the child father.
But you say you're attached to somebody.
I'm saying
All right.
if you're attached to the person, like in a relationship, while not if
All
y'all
right.
got
But let's
kids,
say
like-
how everything is growth, right?
Yeah.
Now, in that relationship you guys had, you were at a level where you both were growing.
Who you talking about first? You
Both.
with the person with the kid or
The
you in a
kid, yeah,
relationship?
kid's father.
Okay.
When
alright,
you
cool.
guys were
Yeah.
together, you were growing.
Yeah.
Now, you get to a level where you're
Like
not
a
together.
plateau, yeah.
Somebody else is growing. Somebody is back here.
Right.
What do you do when that person sees you growing and then wants to be in your life? It's not that they could have just came back in your life and did what they were supposed to do. No. It's about seeing you grow. Like, oh,
But you outgrow
Everything
each other.
is
You
about
can outgrow
growth,
each
though.
other.
but that's
too.
life is growth.
But that's the thing. If you don't, and I feel like even if you're in a relationship with somebody, if you don't feel that growth happening, like it's going, like if it's stagnant, and you do talk to the person, say, listen, like I want this to go this way or that to go that way, and it's not going nowhere. What do? Do you stay there, or do you just continuously wait and to see if they're gonna grow or not?
I also
Yeah.
feel like
How
if
long-
you are
how
in a
long can you-
relationship with your significant others, like the one who you had kids with already, you've already seen different angles of this person, right? You know what I
Right.
mean? You've already seen them mad, you've already seen them broke, you've already
Right.
seen them happy, you've seen them rich. I feel like if you've seen all of that and still you guys are not together, you guys are growing, but you're growing apart. There's no reason for you
But
to
do
then
think
go back.
You think if you
to-
say like y'all not together after that, you get in a relationship with somebody and that breaks off, do you run back to your child father?
No, the
because
thing
I'm
is though,
putting-
right? The thing is though, no. The thing is though, right? The thing is though, right? The thing is though,
Yo,
right?
you know what's crazy?
The
Hold
thing
on,
is
bro.
though,
talking
Let-
about
let
this
her finish. I
situation,
wanna
right?
know.
I just feel like you shouldn't run back regardless because already you've seen the person in all different lights and then you had a child with that person and
Right.
still it didn't work out. I just don't feel like you should go back at all. I mean,
All
if
right.
you end up dating someone, then you should move on to dating another person, not
How about
the father of your kids.
how about now? You guys were in a relationship. In your relationship, you did care about each other, but there were certain things that made you want to get away from him. One, meaning the way he supported you wasn't to the level that you really wanted it.
Mhm.
And now he couldn't support you, not money wise, but
Like
in every other way,
emotionally,
emotion, all of
spiritually,
it, just
that
all
good
of it.
stuff.
And people grow, and some men go on to realize what they did wrong in their past relationships,
Right.
where they're
But it's
going to
too
do
late.
better. It's too late. That's understandable.
late.
What I'm saying is he did everything, and now you're in a situation where his relationship with his kids are at a level where you can't take nothing away from him anymore. You can't call him what you used to call him. You don't do this, you don't do that. He's doing everything. And now he asks you, he wants to get back. And you have
Out
it
of
in
nowhere,
your heart.
out of nowhere.
And you have it in your heart that there might be something that might work because this is the man I
don't
used to
feel like
love.
people wanna be
And-
single. Like they don't. I'm not
People don't
saying
wanna
That's
be
what I'm saying.
single.
This is the man.
They
This
want
the
that
man you
happy
used to
family.
Okay,
love.
A
so
lot
it's
of
like,
people can
why
be
are
lonely.
you now entertaining this? Is it because you're lonely? Because you don't have anybody?
No,
No.
but
Or
alright,
is it
you know-
the-
You
or is it
see
the
their,
image?
you
Because your
see them
kids,
elevating.
like he
like-
said, because seeing your kids' relationship with their father is a better relationship with than their stepfather. You understand?
think
And
so?
you know, having your kids go to sleep at night with mom and dad at home is going to motivate them to live a better
Like,
life.
do you think it's beneficial to like you to be happy or just to do something that's just best for your kids? If you feel like, all right, the father being in their life, y'all being together as a family is better for the kids, or you being with somebody else that you know you're happy with, and then there's a chance that it can be happy. Are you gonna take that chance, or are you just gonna be like, all right, fuck it, like this is this?
I'm
so
still in my
I'm not a
situation.
gambling kind of person. So the truth of the matter is,
No, but you smart. You
the,
smart.
the
You smart.
best
No, you was-
decision
I
for
mean,
my
you was smart.
kids
You was
is
a
for
smart
me
girl.
to be happy
That's-
because
that's-
I'm the
yeah,
one
that's the
that
most
still
important
has to, you know,
Yeah.
Because your
do
kids
the
gonna have their own
day-to-day
life. They
with
gonna
them.
turn 18 one day.
And
They
they're
gonna
gonna
turn
leave.
21.
Exactly.
And I feel like
That's
kids,
the point.
kids
They actually
you can't
don't.
really hide shit from kids though.
You
know what I mean?
can't. And the truth of the matter is also going back into this, I'm still going to have like, oh, you did this in the past. You
Right.
did that in the past. And the truth of the matter is, granted, you're growing, but it doesn't mean that you won't make mistakes.
Right.
And I might take a mistake from a new person differently than I'm going to take a mistake from you because we have history. And I remember,
And-
you know,
Yeah.
everything you did in the
And,
past.
and
That's
to
right.
be honest, what happens once, happens twice is gonna happen again.
Keep happening.
So the shit he put you through, or the shit he or she put you through,
Yeah.
you're gonna forever put you through. Yo,
Yeah.
sometimes
I mean,
sorry
they
is just to
might
shut you
not,
up.
but-
Sometimes Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry. That's just
I
to
think
set you up.
also, what's important to you? Like, let's say the person gonna bring back stability, and that's important to you. Like, and they taking care of the bill, take care of the house and everything. You might just accept it. You might just say, "Fuck it," like they doing this, so therefore, I'm gonna just allow this to happen.
How about this pro though? Like, there's a pro where in that relationship, that person. So, like you were saying, when you guys become a thing, both of you are doing everything necessary to make sure your life goes as smooth as possible.
You talking about
understand?
like if you have a child with somebody?
No,
No,
you
like
don't
a
have a child with
relationship.
somebody.
Like in a relationship.
You're
Yeah,
dating somebody
yeah.
with a child,
Yeah,
and
for
you're
sure.
doing everything possible. Like, you're
Right.
both holding each other accountable,
Right.
making sure if you tell this one person something, they're doing it,
Right.
and if the other person tells you something, you're doing it too.
Right.
And now your relationship is so good, everything is going smooth.
Right.
But now, in your life, you also have this doubt where, dude is still coming, dude is still
Like as
trying
a
to make
person,
sure, as a person, and he's trying to make sure he still has a small hold on his family. What do you do then?
Like you talking about the person that's in a relationship.
Yeah, you're both in a relationship now. The dad
Oh,
comes
the dad-
in.
the dad
The
wanna come
dad
in.
comes in
But
because
first-
he see how good your relationship
But
is.
first, like before, because for you to know that person, you knew it through the female.
Right.
The female gotta go ahead and take care of that first before you even do anything.
But like you said, what if she does and
But I mean,
the message don't go through?
I mean, that's people gonna be hard headed, but as long as the female not acting on it, then
Right.
you good.
Right.
It's all about what she do.
Right.
If she go ahead ignoring this nigga,
he.
or yeah,
Or he.
I'm
Or
sorry.
he,
Yeah.
yeah.
As long as she or he ignoring the person or whatever the case may be and not entertaining the bullshit, then yeah, you don't gotta do nothing.
Right.
But now when it start they entertaining it and certain shit, then that's when the doubts and start.
Because like
coming
in a situation where you do have baby daddies,
in. Right.
baby mom, baby dad now he's single, so he's living his life.
Right.
Now he's always around his kids because he loves his kids,
Right.
but his situation's always changing.
Right.
He's always with this girl,
But you don't bring them
that
to every
girl. But what if some dudes that just want to be around their kids all the time?
Yeah, but you don't
There's
bring,
dudes who literally their lives are their kids.
Yeah.
So automatically from day one, you're going to know I have this many kids.
Right.
You're going to know who I love the most.
Right.
You're going to know who I take everywhere. And if you can't be involved in that, you're not around.
Right.
Because some men do want a shorty that's doing something that a mom is not doing.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing
understand?
is though, you
But
can't bring
you
your
can't
kids
bring a
around.
kid around
Yeah.
Women do the same
Everybody.
thing.
But
Huh?
some
That
Then
they
they do.
constantly-
Women bring
it's some
around
women do
everybody.
no, but there's
Some women, they from the
But I don't
rip.
want to meet your
But
kid right
everybody
away, though.
different.
I'm-
Yo.
I'm not being your kid right
Yeah,
away.
some
though.
people from the
but-
rip.
Especially
Some
if you
women,
don't know if you're gonna be in it.
Yeah,
Like,
But that's the
weird.
thing. That's
if you know as a person you're not gonna stay in that relationship or that situation for so long and y'all just messing around,
Right.
then don't meet the kid because you're not hurting the person.
But
You're,
you're-
hurting the kid because once the kid get attached to you, therefore, and you leave, the kid gonna get hurt.
But what if?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
if
where he
you're in a
been?
si- but what if you've been you're in a situation where you can't control how you met the kid or how you meet the kid?
You gonna control that shit, bro.
No. You can control how you spend your time with the kid. Yes.
No, you can
But you
control
can't-
like how you meet that kid.
No, he's gotta
Unless
No,
they
I'm not.
because,
No,
I
I'm saying
mean-
because like it's like this. You pull up on your girl because you really like her,
Yeah.
or you really love her. You pull up to your girl.
9 times out of 10, she's gonna be with her kid.
Right.
Yeah,
and
no,
then
yeah,
that's what I'm
in that
saying.
situation, yeah,
That's what I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
know what
That's
I
what I'm
mean?
saying. So you
That
met.
might
talking about how you
happen.
met the person.
I'm saying you can't be no cornball where you pull up to somebody with
Be
their
like, I gotta
kid,
go.
and then you
Can't talk to you.
like you talking to them, and then they
But
they
also-
introduce you. But you like this. Oh, like you walk in a house and
Yeah.
you see little ass shoes,
Right.
but you're
You
in
won't-
denial. You're in
No, no,
denial.
You shouldn't be in denial.
No, some people are.
Like I'm saying, like I feel like everybody, unless you don't have a babysitter, I'm pretty sure you have a babysitter, and put your kids somewhere, somebody
Right.
to watch them.
Right.
That might be
Yeah.
a con too, honestly.
Oh, but no, that's a con
dating
too.
a single mom is probably
It's
difficult, or
hard.
a single dad is difficult because they're
Because, yeah, you're right.
But
the
the thing is
free
though,
time
the
they do
moms,
get
the moms,
is probably limited.
Yeah, the
then
moms
y'all,
is
y'all
always
gotta understand that.
understand.
Now that's when the other person gotta understand that the time is limited.
Time is
Gotta
very
Limited.
understand
Especially
that.
if I don't want you to meet my kids, it's gonna be
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
slimmer.
or like if a single like a single person want to take like a single guy want to take a mom that with a child, you got to plan that.
For sure.
Yeah, you gotta
We
be
But
can't
a
be
single dad,
spontaneous.
yo, come get your child. I'm out.
No, like you really can't be spontaneous every
You,
time
you
either.
really can't.
No, you
It's
can't.
like-
You can't.
You can.
I mean, maybe
know
when they
it's
get to a
no, no.
certain
No,
age.
some people make ways though.
But
like,
it's the point.
It's
You
possible.
do it.
They'll
but-
make ways because if they really want to spend time with you, they know like you.
He's
they
gonna-
peace,
I got a
and they
babysitter,
happy,
I got this
They
time,
gonna be like, all right,
But-
tell me this
Right.
time. I'm gonna make this happen. That happen.
But that's the
boom.
pro though.
Surprise.
You know, that's what I'm saying. That's a pro. That's not a con.
The pro is that it teaches you communication.
Yeah.
It literally make you do things that you don't want to do. Now you have to start telling her what you're gonna do throughout the day. Not necessarily every single step, but you do have to sometimes be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
I mean,
We gotta work with it together.
See you.
Yeah, but
If she
sometimes
not
you do
expecting-
gotta.
If she expecting to see you, then yeah, you gotta tell her like, yo, this was going on. But she ain't expecting to see you. You gotta tell her shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but sometimes you do gotta understand that in that situation, y'all both gotta work everything out.
No, y'all do. And
Y'all
then
gotta
also,
work
it's
everything
not
out. Y'all gotta
only-
communicate
it's not
everything.
only on the person that got a kid too, especially the person that's coming in. You gotta understand like
You gotta
they
have
do
patience.
They have a kid, and patience is very, very
Everything.
important. But there's a limit to patience, though. I'm not telling you to wait for
Yeah.
years.
Oh,
and
no,
years
no,
and
no,
years
no.
and years
Like
along
how
the
long would
line.
you how long would
Hey,
you want
that's
somebody to
sad.
wait?
Putting me on the spot.
Nah,
with
because
No,
this
but
question.
all right. In that situation, how about this though? How about in that situation? Now, who have to have the most amount of patience? Is it the mom
No,
or is it the
guy?
the guy?
The
The
guy.
single person.
The guy. You know why?
But
The single
but-
person.
All right, the single
It's a
person.
single
person
person,
though.
The single
but
person.
is the single person entitled to his own time,
Yes.
even though he decided to
Take on
Yes.
that
take on that
Yes,
responsibility?
he's entitled because it gets to a point and the level if you feel like there's no growth because we talked about the growth happening
Mm-hmm.
or things just happening over and over again, then yes, you're entitled to your time.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they're not going nowhere. They got their kid together or whatever the case may be. But for
Right.
you, when the time, your time is also like its essence.
Yeah.
Like time is something you can't get back. So at the end of the day, if you feel like, all right, there's no growth and the same shit is happening over and over and over again, then you gotta do what's best for you.
Yeah,
That's not being patient.
but that's not
No,
being
it is
patient.
being-
No, that's
no.
not being patient because
So you
Because-
want
I'm not
somebody
saying-
to wait for 4?
I'm not
5
saying you
years,
should wait
6 years,
forever,
7
but I'm
years,
just
8
I think-
years?
But what are the
But-
things that are
but-
reoccurring that make you want to leave?
By any-
whatever.
But by any, for me, I don't think
Okay.
nobody should be with anybody more than 2 years, not knowing that that person is the person they want to actually.
But
spend-
what we talked about is like you said, like the potential, and
Yeah.
also like being with the
Potential.
person, seeing that like one day this might change,
Yeah.
and that one day can take like months and
That
years.
one that could take
Probably
years.
thinking, like,
You could
damn,
die and
like,
come back to
but
life.
Then, but as a person, as a human being, you get to a point, and this with anything, you get to a point where you're like, enough is enough.
It has an expiration
Yeah.
date. You
And
can no
because
longer
of that
stay there.
expiration date, that don't mean you're not patient.
Yeah.
You've been patient through the
You tried.
situation, but with the expiration date and the time that you like, yo, like I can't do this shit no more,
Mm-hmm.
then it's time for you to make a decision on yourself. But that don't mean that you was never patient.
I feel that.
Because you saying 2 years, somebody can wait 3, 4 years, 5 years in a situation
6, 7, 8.
and keep on going, and it's the same shit. So are you gonna call that person
I see what you mean.
impatient because they decided to leave? You can't tell. You can't.
That's
say
not fair.
No,
That's
but
not-
again, it
that's
also
selfish.
depends on the things that are occurring. Like,
If it's bullshit occurring, not. I'm not-
okay, if it's
If-
bullshit,
of course,
then,
if
yeah,
it's
you've
the
already
simple shit,
then-
no. But if it's
But
bullshit
get it.
occurring,
Because
My-
I get
my
what
advice-
you mean. Like the cheating, if cheating is something that reoccurs, I understand that in that situation. But there's also where some people just can't deal with the fact that they have to be second place.
Somebody said,
You understand?
Second place to what though?
Second
Like,
place to your life.
yeah.
Second
Like
place
to the kid.
everything.
No, you got to understand. I mean, when they got a kid,
To
you
everything.
understand. You
No,
don't
no,
come
no.
first to the kid.
You're never gonna come first.
No,
Even
you
if that
don't, you
kid,
can't. I know for sure you can't.
even if that kid is your kid,
Yeah, you-
you're never gonna come
No,
first.
you can't. You're not. No more.
You understand? You're
'Cause
no
that
more.
kid is
You're,
that kid comes first.
that kid always come
For
first.
sure.
So if you're in a relationship with her, you're not gonna come first.
yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
Because
that's understandable.
Because like there are parents where a mom can have a kid the first 6 months of her time with her kid, she's spending way more love. She's giving way more
You
love
said
to her
6
child.
months, 9 months. They
No, no,
carried it.
no. I'm talking about not while they're in the
Carried
stomach,
for 9 months.
but not while they're in the stomach. I'm talking
No,
about
that connection is built right then and there. for
and
that
you
9
in there,
months,
of
yeah.
course. But I'm talking about even after that,
Yeah,
they're
after that,
spending
yeah.
even after that they're spending more time involved in their kids' everything than they are in you. So now your wife used to cook a certain way.
Yeah.
She can't do that anymore because she has to make sure the child's everything is set first. Then she'll worry about you.
Shit.
I mean, it's a
But some
balance.
some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are
you gotta
superheroes.
find that balance.
I mean, there are
Now,
some
you
women
can't
who
just
are
say-
You
obsessed
can't
with their
have her
kids
do
and
everything.
be
You just say like, all right, my husband,
I-
I'm not cooking for him.
right.
anymore.
That's the
This
point.
and that
It's
because
just
of
the
this.
kids.
No, you gotta have that balance. You gotta know, all right, this, and then you gotta also be understanding. You're not gonna think life is gonna be the same when somebody has a kid.
No.
Things change. As a husband or a boyfriend, whatever, you gotta understand that is going to change.
Right.
I mean, and then sometimes you can cook or go order out some
You're
shit.
supposed to cook.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you as a woman don't go ahead and sit there and say, "Oh, I got a kid." Or, I'm
Right,
not gonna
that's
do
it.
shit no more. That's
Tunnel
fucked up.
vision, just the
Yeah.
kids.
No, but
But you
my
know, that
advice.
happens.
Most of the time,
But
even
that
when
happens.
a kid
You don't
grows
think-
It
up,
does. It
You don't think
does.
it's
It happens.
African?
I'm not saying it
Yo,
doesn't
it's
happen.
It's African people where they will have kid by you,
Right.
and then because they're so accustomed to the lifestyle back home,
Right.
some people doing things for them all the time. They feel like it's your responsibility to get me all those things. Where my only job is going to be raising my child.
No.
Some people
got-
think
you got
like that.
help.
But
I'm
some
not-
people think like that.
Nah,
They want their
I
man
feel
to do every single thing on the side, and all I'm gonna do is raise my child,
Nah.
raise our child to make sure our child has everything
that's,
they need.
That's selfish.
But yeah, that's selfish,
That's
and
very
that's
selfish.
why most
That's
of them
selfish, bro.
most of them are single. That's reality. Yo, my advice to any baby mother or baby father, before you get into another relationship or situation, heal yourself.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because if you
important.
don't heal yourself, the next person you're gonna deal with that's single, that got nothing to do with your situation,
It's about to
you
get-
bringing trauma to him.
it's about to
about
be
to
get
get-
ugly.
You know what I'm saying? And that person could be a good guy, but he could turn crazy. Why would you want to do that?
Sanity is most important. So even when y'all talk about patience, like if you start to lose your sanity and you start to be something else that you're not, then how patient can you be?
You can't be patient at though. If you're dealing with a lot of bullshit, like I'm not gonna lie, a lot of baby dads be on nut shit.
A lot of baby moms be on.
A lot of
That's
baby
why
moms
you-
be on nut shit too.
But that's what I was talking about.
Like how you don't want your partner to bring somebody else around your child, but you bring the whole hood through the.
you ever
like,
watch
I mean,
Daddy's Little Girls?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
like-
y'all remember?
With
Y'all
Idris,
remember?
right?
Yeah, but y'all remember when he heard that his daughters were getting beat,
Right.
and then he went to try to check the dude, and the dude checked him back. What do you do in that situation?
What dude am I?
You Idris.
What dude am I, man?
You
At the end
Idris.
of the day, I don't run for no situations, man.
I
And
mean,
that's
took
what he
care
did
of
though.
them,
That's what
okay?
he did though.
We're gonna handle it the way we're gonna handle it. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes females do try to protect that from happening. From especially if you got somebody that's crazy. Like both of them can be crazy. And then you know if they get into a situation that it can get ugly. So sometimes they try to
But
control that shit from it happening.
When life gets hard, you know. Stop. But when life gets hard, you know exactly who will get the craziest
Yeah.
automatically.
Yeah.
Because some people crazy is by doing little stuff, yelling at
Some
you,
people
getting in
crazy
your
is
face.
just to show
Some
you
people,
like, the pit fear in your heart, but
Right.
they're not really crazy.
but
though.
some people crazy is to, oh, you don't fuck with me no more. You don't like me no more.
Right.
All right. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna do everything to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
So
And
even
if they
even
know
if
that-
I
That's
do
what they don't-
everything
yeah.
positive, your life is
You
still
hit it
gonna be
right
a
on the
miserable
money.
hell.
And
How did
if
you have
peace
kids
and
with
if
such a
peace
person?
is something important to you,
Right.
then you just start to fall into the bullshit that they bring into your life.
Right.
So therefore, that you going like something that you won't allow, you gonna allow because you know they're gonna make your life.
Right.
Because especially if you're in a relationship with somebody for so long, you know somebody, you know the person, so you know the shit that's gonna make them
'Cause the-
mad. You know
that's
it's
the
gonna make
thing.
them happy and everything.
Because like with Idris, you look at it like, all right, he had the 3 kids with the lady.
Right.
So you got 3 kids with her. You didn't have those 3 kids by accident.
Mm-hmm.
During those times when those 3 kids were being born, that person did a lot of things that made you happy.
Yeah,
For sure.
That
Sure. It's
person,
not always-
that
it's not always
person,
sour.
you saw the good sides of that person before you got to actually see the true them.
Right.
And now, as soon as he decided to say, I'm going to take things into my own hands, I'm going to leave you and try to raise my kids the right way, she went on and got a partner that wasn't positive in her kids' life.
Yeah, that's.
But she
different,
didn't care about that because it was going to give her everything she wanted.
though. Yeah,
It was going to give her kids the possibility of everything they wanted.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The possibility, because in her mind, money is everything.
But that's what Kareem said in the beginning. That's different though. Like on that aspect, yeah, you gotta go save them after that. Like, you know, some girls are selfish
Yeah.
in that aspect and they want what they want. You know what I'm saying? And it's not probably beneficial to their kids as well. And she put her kids in harm's way. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
In that situation.
Cause she's trying to
What
be
if-
better. She don't
What
care.
if
So
what if dad's new girlfriend is a stripper
Shit.
and he with her for the next 3 years?
Does she plan on being a stripper for the next 3 years, or
What if that's her favorite
she's
thing
like
to do?
in and out?
What if that's something she loves
I
to
mean,
do and make a lot of
all
money?
right, so this is the thing. Are you telling me you're going to control the child of your what you call it,
The
your
other
child
person's.
father or the child
No,
mother?
you
can't control who they
You
with.
can't control at all. But
Because
you're
if you
also,
wanted to control that, you will be with that person.
yeah, but
That's it.
But
Point
the thing
blank.
about but the
You
thing
can't
about
control
you,
nothing they with.
but the thing about you being in that situation is you do want to know what your child is being influenced by.
I understand that, but you can't control that no more because y'all not with each other.
That's a fact.
If you want to control everything by that, you want to accept whatever flaws and whatever can happen with it and be
Again,
with each
if
other.
my child is not in immediate danger, I mean, ideally, I don't think I with anyone who would probably be with a stripper. But if you are or you happen to be, I mean, as long as they're not hurting my kids when they're with you, or as long as you're not doing anything detrimental to their well-being, I mean, that's just something. It's the L I'm gonna have to take. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can. There's
That's
really
what I'm
nothing.
saying.
There's really nothing I
You
can
take
do
that
about
L.
it.
I
Like,
wanna say, but not many people trying to
But-
take that L.
because what else can I
But the
do?
thing is though,
You
but the
can't
thing
do
is though,
shit.
you gotta also
That's
always
her
go into account
occupation.
that the stripping is an occupation.
Right.
It's not you.
Right.
You understand?
So I'm like, is she
Like
in and out?
that
That would
child
be
can
nice.
think that person is the coolest person in the world because some strippers are cool ass people, and some people are just cool ass people. And then your occupation does not dictate the
Who
person you are.
Yeah. So they
It
can
is
still
not.
be
So
nice and
they
take
can
care
be
of my
you
kids
can
well.
even have that bond with the child. They don't gotta know your occupation for real.
Right.
for
I'm a
real.
That's a
dancer.
fact.
Cool. Keep it like that.
That's
Keep
a
it like
fact.
They
that.
don't gotta know
Right.
your
Keep it
occupation.
That's a fact. But how long you gonna keep it like that?
What? That they don't know your occupation?
Yeah, no, but how
Yeah,
long? I'm
shit.
saying, no. Kids are smart.
No, they is.
When
smart.
you get to sixth grade, you know what
But also
body
is
parts are.
Is what you choose, who you choose to be with. That's
Yeah,
what it
but
comes down to.
also,
If that's
yeah.
I'm
what you
saying,
choose-
I'm saying, when you go to high school, you got to start thinking about what you want to do in the next chapter of your life.
I mean,
so-
nobody don't choose to be a stripper for real, bro. Like,
That's
some
I'm
of-
like,
some of
it's
them-
something
That's
to
so-
And some of them, some of them will really tell you. That's why they
No,
side
no,
hustle
I
because
think-
they might be single and they might be taking care of this and
Yeah,
that, and
but-
therefore they go
good
ahead and
money.
make that bread where they can make it in 3 days and 2 days, whatever the case be.
Right.
Some of them don't just say, "I want to go ahead and be."
No, I'm
a
not
stripper."
saying but I'm saying, don't you think there's a certain level of love for it too? Some people might just like it.
I mean, they might fall in love
because
with it.
because you fell in love with it because of the money you do make.
Yeah, it's easy.
You fell in love with
might
it
be
because
easy.
you just made $1,000 in one night. You understand? In 1 week, you made $10,000. Don't you think somebody that want to live like Rick Ross, that want to live like Cardi B, and they don't have other ways of making this, but doing that, they're gonna keep doing it.
But
There's still really nothing I can do.
That's what I'm
to,
saying. You
like,
can't do nothing.
stop
though.
Yeah,
the other
no, you can't
person.
do
Yeah,
shit about it.
There really is
You just
nothing.
gotta
like-
Oh, you talking about with your child?
Yeah, you
No,
can't do
the only
that.
thing is you gotta also be. This is part where communication come in. You gotta just be straightforward and make them understand that that's their occupation.
And be like, that's the only
But
person you can
don't
find.
have to be like this on
But
your.
when you going into if you're going in a relationship with somebody else, do you have to tell your child's father or your child's mother that you're going in a relationship with somebody else? Like you
Nah.
gonna be with them?
When you're engaged and you're
Yeah.
married. Other
That's
than
it.
that, I don't want to know.
especially
But if you
'Cause,
get
like,
into that
the
point,
engaged
are you
point.
getting to the point where
I
you
mean,
feel
yeah.
like
I mean,
y'all
I
on a
guess
path,
like
y'all on a
after
path of
some
getting
years,
married
if
and
it's like a
stuff?
long-term girlfriend, possibly like
Yeah.
hey, how you doing? And especially if they end up being in my child's company, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yo.
At that point, I want to kind of know who they are a little
Right,
bit,
right.
at least the first.
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm saying.
last
If
name.
they in your child's company,
But-
like
how about what Kanye West in 18 years and on his 18th birthday he found out it wasn't his. what you
like
do?
that his child it wasn't his?
What
That's
you
a whole
do?
different point. I'm not. I can't tell you. You see, I can't tell you what I would do because I'm not in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I
But
wouldn't. I could
hypothetically, what would
I
you
wouldn't
do?
even be hypothetical.
That's
I
death.
couldn't. I mean,
No, a
I
lot of
could.
women do that though.
Yo, that
That's crazy.
happens, Kareem. Yo, it's like
Crazy.
some
Like,
people.
don't like somebody else's kid.
Yeah, like yo,
Yeah.
My
because
kid
like
look just like me.
But you know, there's
because like
something on
yo,
the
you can
internet,
think somebody is the
Yeah.
best person in the world, and then
they
they
do
was
shady
doing dirt
stuff.
behind your back, and then they were so good at hiding it, you never knew. And then when they was doing it, you had a kid with her, and then she was, and you gotta realize she got a type, and because she has a type, that child will come out with features that might look like yours.
Or
And
it
then
looks like the mom.
you understand,
You
look like the
can't
mom, so you
tell.
can't even
Right.
complain.
Right.
And then because the skin complexion completes, what do you say? You got 18 years.
Some people have a whole lifetime they never find out because, like, why
Seriously?
would you?
Actually,
Some people don't really care to do DNA.
That's horrible because I do have a friend, or I know some people where they didn't know that their life and the person that raised them wasn't the person where their
I
biological
know too.
parents.
And then when they were coming from Ghana to America, they had to do DNA, and then that's when they found out.
I mean, it was like on All American, but he
shit.
found out that it was his kid, but he ain't know like it was his kid or if it was what.
Yeah,
like,
because
a
the same,
football coach
the
kid.
same
I mean,
time.
maybe the mom
Yeah.
didn't know either.
She did
No,
it.
she didn't. That's why she. I mean, they found
don't
out
know.
later that.
All right,
you know,
guys. So
what
we're gonna have to wrap this up. We're gonna do a part 2, and we're gonna do a part 2 to this because this is.
I think we attacked most of the situations.
Yeah.
A
and the
decent
pros and
amount of
cons.
it.
Yeah, we did.
We
It
got
was
to
good.
now we gotta get into co-parenting.
Oh God.
Next
So
topic,
part
co-parent.
two.
I don't got no experience over that.
Episode part 2, we're gonna do co-parent.